Love you all. Welcome all you lovers to the Florida Love Show. This is your love hour right before happy hour, sponsored by Florida Love. Join us each week as we spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love. Now, back to spreading love.
This is for you, Kenny. It's the Florida Love Show, paying love forward is the theme. It's the Florida Love Show, hosted by Kenny and his dream. Every special guest brings their love to the set, and the interview flies, it all comes alive like a duet. He wears many hearts, so he has a very special side. In the Brooklyn Cafe, it's a big love buffet. With roses galore, and you are adored. Come take a bouquet. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Follow this man. Live your dreams. Plan your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Follow this man. Live your dreams. Make your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Shine your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Love this man. Live your dreams. Make your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Give the gift of love and pay it forward and go. Give a kiss, give a hug. It's the Florida Love Show. Love you, Ken.
Love you, love you, love you. Love you, all your lovers. Welcome to the Florida Love Show. So today is going to be a really special show. We're going to be loving Lori Love, and we have her friend Linda Love, and we're going to be loving her son Darien. And he is so special. I have to show you all who Darien is. I mean, how amazing is he? He's so handsome. He's been with me all week. When I made the slideshow in loving memory, I was crying. Lori, can you see it? Yeah. Where was this picture taken? In your house?
Yeah, in Seaford.
Beautiful, beautiful. So this show is dedicated to loving Darien today. So this show is also about life is short, because it is. And I could pass right now. Like that's how how life is. And that's why we only have now to love each other. So it's very important that we spread love all over the world. We just love each other before we pass. And I just want to say, I want to send my condolences to the family of Stanley Goodman. Okay, Stanley was actually supposed to be here today. I love Stanley. I called him Dad. And I sent him a happy Father's Day. I didn't hear back from him on Sunday. I sent him Monday, hey Stanley, come to the show this Friday, which is today. And all of a sudden, Stanley, I see a post on Facebook that he passed on Monday afternoon. Well, they showed me the post on Monday afternoon, but he had actually passed Saturday. He just fell and passed. Life is short, so we have to love each other. So I love you so much, Stanley. And I just want to share something else, because I went to the funeral Tuesday and I met his beautiful niece, who Stanley was raving about her family the whole show on April 22nd. And I said to her, you know, you got to watch the Florida Love Show from April 22nd to see how much, you know, Stanley loved being with you for the Passover Seder. So actually what happened was they hadn't spoken in 18 years. See, this is what happens. And, you know, people get into a fight and then they stop loving each other and they stop speaking instead of just forgiving and loving each other. So 18 years they went without speaking. And he ended up, Passover Seder of this year, going to Allison's home and loving Allison Love, his niece, and her whole family. And it was just incredible. So at the funeral, I met Allison, and Allison shared a post on Facebook, which I'm going to read to you. Okay? This Passover, I was fortunate to spend it with my awesome cousin Glenn and my Uncle Stanley. Uncle Stanley and I hadn't seen each other or spoken to each other for 18 years. 18 years lost, but we made up for it in one evening. It was very special, but I didn't realize how special it was for him until today at his funeral, when Kenny Love told me about the show he was on and how he spoke about our reunion. It blew me away. He spoke to Kenny on and off camera about myself and family and how he just adored them all, which he did. He adored her whole family. You never know how your words and actions touch others. This was one of those moments, and I'm so grateful for it. So I got to love his niece Allison at the funeral, and Allison was so touched by the show, and Stanley saying, I love you, love you, love you. So Stanley, I love you, love you, love you. And I'm sending his family my deepest heartfelt condolences. I'm so sorry for your loss. And I called Stanley Dad. So they went to the same, my dad and his dad went to the same high school, Monroe, in the Bronx. Here's my dad and here's Stanley. And they even look alike. So my dad passed June 10th, 1996, and Stanley passed last weekend, Saturday, the day before Father's Day. So I called him Dad. So I'm at the funeral, and I'm looking across, and the gravesite next to him, it said Benjamin Benjamin. That's my dad's name. Okay, when crazy coincidences happen, love is spreading all over the world. So that's what happens with love. You can see it spread. So again, we're going to have a lot of crazy coincidences today and a whole lot of love. So I just want to love Lori right now. So this is what love is all about. So Lori walks in today with this book that she wrote about her son Darien. And it's called Child Loss, Surviving the Mourning by Lori Grasman. It looks like a bunch of XOXOs. So she wrote, so beautiful. She wrote to Kenny Love, love Lori, surviving the mourning. So Lori, when did you write this?
I think 2017.
And when did he pass?
2015. It took me 2 years.
Yeah, what day?
The 24th, 25th, it was, he was on life support, and so the death certificate says the 25th, but it was basically the 24th.
Yeah, so the 24th. So it's actually next month, the 24th, is the 7 years since he passed, right?
Yes.
7-year anniversary.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So we're celebrating love for Darien today. And again, it's almost 7 years. So I love Darien so much, and Lori, I love you so much. Thank you for this, just because she gave me this today. Love you, love you, love you. So I want to show you a few things, Lori. He's so handsome, so special. So when I look in your eyes, I see his eyes.
Me too.
Pure love. Pure love. So we're going to love Darien today. The show's dedicated to Darien. So I just want to share about Florida Love. And today what I did was, you know, every week I go out to Publix and I give out roses to everybody in Publix. And so again, life is short. So over 2 years ago, George Floyd, an officer, put his knee on his neck and he ended up passing. Now, he didn't know that was going to happen, neither did his family. Life is short. So what I did was I gave out roses to every African American. I asked Martin Luther King, my idol, and I'm going to read this. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed, that all men are created equal. All men and women, all human beings are created equal. And I asked Martin Luther King, what do I do? And he said, hand out roses to every African American. So that's what I did. So I'm going to play you, the news picked it up. I'm going to play you the two newses so you can see what Roses for Change is all about. Please play the two newses.
Welcome back. Now at 5:30, who couldn't use a little love right now?
One Pompano Beach businessman is making it his mission to spread love all around by giving out the flower of love to random strangers. CBS 4's Lisa Petrillo has this heartwarming story.
There's an old song with lyrics that say what the world needs now is love, sweet love. Ken Lehrman is living that moment in a movement he created called Roses for Change.
We love you.
The idea for Roses for Change came about after the death of George Floyd and the turmoil that followed.
I felt their pain. And for me, I don't see color. I mean, I see us all as human beings. And we all can love each other. I mean, love is simple.
Ken, who owns his own printing business for 35 years, appropriately named the Happy Printer, decided to spring into action, purchasing dozens of roses he could hand out.
The first thing I did was I went to Whole Foods and I also went to Publix and I gave out roses to all the African Americans in the store. And I said, I love you. And they said, I love you back. And they said, God bless you. And they said, we need love more now than ever before.
Ken was so moved by the response, he posted pictures on Facebook, receiving 600 likes. Suddenly, Roses for Change on Facebook was born. His followers wanted to join him, buying roses too, and it's now become a movement, spreading love to people of all races. We recently caught up with them in Boca Raton.
I just want to say I love you. Have a wonderful day.
Michelle Bellman, who had never met Ken in person, wanted in on the love train and came out on this day to volunteer.
His message is just of love, and love yourself and love one another. And he speaks to my soul, and he speaks to me because I love to spread love as well.
Some were skeptical, wondering if there's a catch to these random acts of kindness. But for those who understood it, it meant the world.
I think it's just amazing. This is really, really nice. You're really showing your love. You're taking your time to do this. Just amazing. And the red flowers, forget it. Just bringing brightness to this world. It's much needed. Thank you so much.
Seriously, so sweet.
Can you imagine what a world it would be like if we just all gave roses to each other instead of what's actually going on? Like, to me, that's a way to spread a message. Spread the message of love.
Lucky me, I received my rose. For more information on Roses for Change when they meet every Friday, go on to our website at cbsmiami.com. I'm Lisa Petrillo, Smelling Sweet, CBS 4 News.
We're continuing to bring you inspiring stories from our area about people changing their communities for the better. Tonight, WPTV News Channel 5's Chris Gilmore shares the story of a man on a mission to spread love, one rose at a time.
Roses are red and Ken Lerman's suit is too.
Love you, Anthony.
If you see his bouquets, he has a message for you.
Man, love you, brother.
The 55-year-old loves love,
I love you.
and he now uses roses to let people know it.
No, I love you.
There's some pain behind Lerman's purpose. His Roses for Change campaign began this summer after he and people across the country witnessed the fallout following the death of George Floyd while in police custody.
How can one human being do that to another human being? Like, I was crying when I saw it.
Armed with roses and a message of love, Lerman says he wanted to reach those most affected.
I got to give this to all the African Americans. They're hurting.
His message has since caught on both online and in Palm Beach County, where he regularly shares love and roses to people of all colors. We caught up with Lerman with 100 of his favorite flowers in hand at the Milagro Center in Delray Beach.
A lot of learning goes on every day here in the Milagro Center, but today's lesson consisted of some flowers and 3 words going a long way.
I love you.
I was surprised and I was like, oh, I love you too.
A lot of these teens say it's been a while since they've heard those words directed at them,
I love you.
and even longer since they've been given flowers.
It was kind of weird at first. I was like, roses giving someone flowers. It was kind of weird because I didn't expect that, but it's pretty nice. It's a really nice gesture.
He said, I love you, you stay safe, and he told my grandma happy birthday too.
Lerman says he hopes the connection he makes with strangers leaves a lasting impact.
That's my mission every single day, to spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love.
Because maybe all you need is love. In Delray Beach, Chris Gilmore, WPTV News Channel 5.
And you can help us share stories that are inspiring South Florida. Just send us your ideas to inspiringsfl@wptv.com.
Beautiful. So, smelling sweet, the first reporter, I want to send my love to. I love you. Mwah. And the second reporter, he said that maybe all you need is love. So at Florida Love, we say all you need is love. So love is everything. And saying I love you is freedom. So this show's about that life is short. I could pass right now. We all could pass right now. So let's go out and love each other. Like, what are we waiting for, really? You know, we're waiting for everybody to pass. Let's all love each other. You know, life is short, really short. And so I love you all. And so I'm Kenny Love, the host of the Florida Love Show. So Florida Love is a nonprofit, and Florida Love Show is a nonprofit. It's a 501c3. And love is free. Everything on Florida Love is free. To be on the show, to post on our pages and groups, it's free. So I love you all, each and every one of you. And please send in the comments. Please let me know that you're out there, where you're from, and I love you, love you, love you. So, you know, one of the things I also post is there's only one race, the human race. And I don't see color. I look in people's eyes when I speak to them. And love, oh, Eliane, I love you, love you, love you. Oh my God. Eliane, I love you, love you, love you. Am I pronouncing it right? I love you, love you, love you. Thank you. Love you, love you. So I'm just so moved. I'm just so moved. So there's only one race, the human race. And so again, I don't see color. I look in people's eyes when I speak to them. So love is no judgment. It's no gossip. I don't listen to gossip. People gossip all the time. I don't listen to it. Okay? And for me, love is a world of no gossip, no judgment. I love you, Trutron. Love you, love you, love you. So Trutron, he's an amazing graphic designer. He creates all these incredible posters for Florida Love. I love you, love you, love you. You're so special, Trutron. So special. So again, there's only one race, the human race. And we're all human beings. Oh my God, Lisa McKenzie just wrote in, love you, cousin Lori. Who's Lisa?
My cousin.
Where does she live?
She's in Orlando.
Orlando?
Yeah.
Love you, love you, love you, Lisa. Oh my God, so special. So again, we're all human beings. And I say I love you to everybody. It's total freedom. And again, life is short. So go out and love everybody. Say I love you. And before they pass, say I love you. Because you only have now to love each other. So I love you so much, Lori. I love you so much.
Love you too.
Yeah, and Linda, I love you so much. You're such an incredible friend to Lori. You're just pure love. Both of you, just pure love. You know, we had the air blowing before. They both look like supermodels today in red. Supermodels of love. So again, I love you so much. And so it's no accidents, you know, God is love. So God spreads love like love fire. And when you say I love you, it goes viral. You say I love you to one person, one human being, you're spreading love to the whole world. So go out and say I love you to everybody. And again, it's up to you, but it's total freedom, total freedom. So love is no resentment, it's no anger, it's no killing, no violence, it's just peace, love, and happiness and freedom. So again, I love you, love you, love you. So one thing we created at Florida Love is the Florida Loving Hug, to give someone a hug and say I love you every day, to spread love all over the world. So go out, give someone a hug every day and say I love you. Beautiful. I love you, love you, love you. And I'm giving you all hugs, big hugs. So Darien, I learned a lot about Darien. He was incredible, Lori. He played the guitar. What other instruments did he play?
Well, he had teachers. He had piano, the guitar. He could play mostly all instruments.
He taught himself some of them, didn't he?
Yeah, the guitar definitely he taught himself.
So which ones did he teach himself?
A little bit of the piano and the guitar.
A little bit of piano and guitar. So as far as I'm concerned, he's a genius. He's a child prodigy. Like, he's brilliant. Darien is brilliant. And like you, Lori, he gets it all from you.
Oh, thank you.
I love you so much, and I love Darien so much. So I wanted to dedicate 2 songs to Darien right now. Okay, one of the songs, and I love you, Lori, Paula just wrote in saying she loves you so much. Who's Paula?
Oh, she's my friend. I used to work with her. We talk every day.
Love you, love you, love you, Paula. Love you, love you, love you. Please keep the comments coming to love Lori and Linda. Spread the love. Say I love you. I love you all, and I love you. Love you, Paula. So there are 2 songs I want to dedicate to Darien. So the first song is by Meatloaf. Meatloaf just passed a few months ago. It's one of my favorite rockers. Not your typical rocker, but the fact that Darien, I heard him singing the guitar in one of the videos. He's so special, Lori. I mean, he's so special. And he just picked up these instruments and he played. So he's pure love, like you. So I want to dedicate, again, 2 songs to him. He's also a child prodigy, as far as I'm concerned, a genius. So one of the songs I'm going to play is from Meatloaf, who just passed. Again, life is short. I'll never get to see him in concert again. I cry every time I see this song. And it's I'll Do Anything for Love. So please play Meatloaf.
Some days it don't come easy, and some days it don't come hard. Some days it don't come at all, and these are the days that never end. And some nights you breathe and fire, and some nights you're carved in ice. Some nights you're like nothing I've ever seen before. I will again. And maybe I'm crazy, oh it's crazy and it's true. I know you can save me, no one else can save me now but you. As long as the wheels are turning, as long as the bells are ringing, as long as your dreams are coming true, you better believe it, that I would do anything for love. And you know it's true, and that's a fact. I would do anything for love, and there'll never be no turning back. But I'll never do it better Will you make it all a little less old? I can do that. Oh, I can do that. You make me some magic with your own two hands. Can you build an emerald city with these grains of sand? Can you give me something I can take home? Oh, I can do that. Oh, I can do that. Will you cater to everything? Will you hold me down with holy water if I get too high? Will you take me places I've never known? Oh, I can do that. Oh, I can do that. Sorry, I've been around. It'll all turn to dust and we'll all fall down. And sooner or later you'll be screwing around. I won't do that. No, I won't do anything for love. Oh, I would do anything for love. Oh, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. No, I won't do
I always get emotional when that plays because, again, he passed a few months ago and I'll never get to see him in concert again. So I love you, Meatloaf. Mwah. So I'll do anything for love. And I think Darien would do anything for love, like his mom. Lori, I think that's who you are. That's what I saw in your eyes. So do you think that Darien was such a lover, wasn't he?
Yes.
He was pure love. He is pure love. He's with us right now.
Yes.
He's with us right now. So, you know, I was talking about him being a genius and a child prodigy. Well, that's who he is. So tell me about this.
He drew that picture when he was 5 years old.
He just drew this when he was 5 years old. So
he was
when
around
you
5.
when you saw this, what did you think it was?
I was just amazed that he could draw a motorcycle, but that motorcycle, they didn't exist back then.
Did you
That
think it
was
was a
what-
premonition of things to come?
Well, I thought about it afterwards, and I thought I saw the trees. I saw he has red. He puts R for red because he didn't have a red crayon. And I thought, well, maybe he did draw that, not knowing, you know, that that's how his life would end.
Yeah. So maybe it was a premonition, but look, he's brilliant. So Rose just wrote in, she loves you so much. I love you, Rose. I love you, love you, love you. Who's Rose?
That's both our friends from New York.
Oh, love you,
love
Rose
Rose.
from New York. I'm from New York. I love you, Rose. Love you, love you, love you. Oh my God, Alicia's writing in too. Love you all. God bless you. God is good. Yes. Yes. Oh, I love you so much, Alicia. So yeah, God is good. God is love. And we're all love. And Darien's love. And Lori's love. So, Lori, here's your adorable son. When was this picture taken? Remember I said with your 80s hair?
Yes, he was probably like 2 months old or a month old, and it was his christening.
He's so innocent and beautiful.
Yeah.
So innocent and beautiful. I love him so much. So I've had the honor and privilege of loving Darien this week and loving Lori this week, and this is the first time we've ever met.
Yes.
In person. But we would just love you, love you, love you, and love you, Darien, love you, Darien. And everybody's loving you right now. So I want you to tell everybody, and again, to me, he's a genius and child prodigy. Please tell everybody what happened.
Well, I was in Boca earlier with 2 friends having lunch, and I had just moved to Florida. I was only in Florida, I think, 2 months. And I just bought a condo, so I was like really excited. It was like the best day ever. And then when I was driving home, I thought, what a great day, you know. And then later on I went home and I got a phone call, I think around 7 o'clock at night, from my daughter telling me he had been in an accident. And he had been in some accidents earlier, you know, in his previous years, but they weren't anything, you know, he had a couple of scratches, you know, whatever. But then she told me they airlifted him and that he was in the hospital and on life support. And so I had to talk to doctors, and I was just, I guess, in shock.
So what did you do? Who was the first person you reached out to?
Well, I reached out for Linda, my girlfriend, and I texted her and I told her my son's about to die. And she was at a restaurant at the time, and she left right away and came to me. Had her son come to me because I forgot.
So Linda, what do you remember that moment?
Yes.
Like it was yesterday, right?
Yes, very much.
So she
sent me a
texted
text.
you, and what happened?
She sent me a text that her son was dying, and I immediately said...
Put the microphone up to you.
I immediately said to my company I had to leave, and I called my son to go pick her up. She lived around the corner from me. Do not leave her alone, go pick her up, and which he did. My young son was living with me at the time. And by the time I got home, she was there and speaking to the doctors in the hospital that her son was in.
And what happened after that?
She was very calm, I think in shock very much, but trying to keep control to manage to do the right thing with the whole situation. It was evening time, there were no planes. We tried to get her out right away and could not get her out on a flight. It was late, like 9, 10 o'clock at night. And she spoke to her son for just a very few minutes. At that point, it was most heartbreaking, very, very hard to hear. And it was like he waited to speak to her, and as soon as he did, she told him everything would be okay, and a minute later the doctors called back to say he had passed. The very next morning, the earliest flight we could get was 6 in the morning, and I drove her to the airport at 4 in the morning. And there is where she went with her family. Very heart-wrenching.
And Lori, what happened with his motorcycle?
With his motorcycle?
Like with him
Well,
on
he
his
was on a
motorcycle.
road
How did he pass? What happened?
He was on the road taking a ride with a friend, and the friend was behind him. And it's a road in Huntington that a lot of people like to drive their car or ride motorcycles. And there was a truck that came into his lane. So I think that he moved too quickly with the bike, so he hydroplaned.
And then what happened?
Then they rushed him, they airlifted him to Stony Brook.
But he crashed, right?
Yeah, he crashed, yeah.
And what did he crash into?
Excuse me?
What did he crash into?
Oh, into a tree.
Into a tree.
And then his friend was behind him, and so his friend didn't go by the turn yet. So when he made the turn, he just noticed that the bike was on fire, what was left of it, and my son was just lying there. So his friend freaked out, and then the guy that scared my son accidentally came back and pulled my son away from the fire, so he wouldn't, be so close and get burned.
And okay, so he crashed into a tree, and there's a memorial by that tree, isn't there?
Yes, the people in the neighborhood welcomed it. We went there for a few years, putting flowers and little things, and some of his friends from work would go and sit there and have their lunch and talk to him. It was really nice.
So I want to show everybody this beautiful memorial because I'm just so moved by this memorial. And there was just so many. So what does it say on the cross?
It has his birthday and the date he passed and his name.
And there's his helmet on top, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you know, and there were so many candles and, you know, people, roses, and just so much love for Darien.
Yeah.
So much love. So for you, what was it like? Like you totally didn't expect to get that call, did you?
No, not at all. In fact, it's kind of weird with when you're in shock. Even for my friend Linda, like we remember different parts of what happened. Like I never really knew how I got to her house, and then she reminded me her son came to get me. I thought I drove there, and then with me talking with him, he never spoke to me because he was on life support. But when they told me 6 doctors confirmed that he would no longer have brain activity, I had to make a choice to take him off life support. And I wanted to keep him on it until I got there in the morning. But then the first thing I asked them, was there anything left to donate? And so they told me there were certain parts that could be donated, but I had to act quickly because he was having a heart attack every 5 minutes. So the more epinephrine they give you, the more your organs get destroyed. So I remember just when they finally told me, I made the decision to give up what I wanted so that maybe it could help other people. And I remember I said, Linda reminded me, I said, I love you, my Pookie. I said, follow the light. I said, and I'll see you when it's my time.
So when you said Pookie, my parents called me Pookie.
No, did they?
Darien is right with me right now. I feel his love. He's so much love. And this memorial is so much love for Darien and for you. So, do you remember the last words you spoke with him?
I remember he was in a relationship and he wasn't sure how it was going. And he was thinking about maybe coming to stay with me. And then the last words I had was when he called me back and he told me, I love her and I want to fix her. And so I said, do what you have to do, because I know where his heart was, you know.
And what day did he hit the tree?
Excuse me?
What was the accident? What day?
Oh, it was the 24th.
The 24th.
Yeah.
And when did you speak to him?
I spoke to him, I think 2 days before that.
So the 22nd. And he shared with you about his relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden you got a call from who about the accident?
From my daughter, Danelle.
Your daughter, Danelle. And completely unexpected, right? Life is short, right?
Yes. Well, the unusual thing was I was in Florida. His father was somewhere else, couldn't be there. And my daughter was in Oswego, and it was a 7-hour trip. So the only one that got to stay with him was my daughter, Danelle. So the rest of us, we couldn't be there. So it was a lot on her to see him that way.
So Danelle was the last one with him.
Yes.
So I want to show everybody Danelle because, you know, you've spread so much love, you know, with your son and your 2 daughters. So which one is Danelle?
Danelle's the one all the way to the right.
All the way to the right. And who's the one in the middle?
Dakota.
Dakota. And such a happy family.
Hmm.
Like, you look like you're having a wonderful meal together.
Yeah, we were having something to eat.
Where was this?
I believe that was by Venetian Shores. I'm not sure. And I think he actually had a job at that time, so I think he treated everyone, which was like a really good thing when your kids grow up and they're finally, you know, saying, I'll get it.
So he's a lover and very generous, and he loved everybody, like his mom.
Oh.
So you sang a song to him, didn't you?
To him? Oh, when he was a baby, I used to sing Sherry Baby.
Yeah? But then you also sang a song from Bread. to him, right?
Right. What I did with that was just like a quick thing I did. I changed the words to make it fit the pictures that I put of him. And so I rearranged the words to Bread, because Bread originally was really for his mother. When he lost his mother, everyone thinks it was for his relationship, but it was for his mother. So this song just reminded me of how people feel when they could lose someone.
So I want to play that song that you sang. Not only did you sing it so beautifully, but you love your son so much. So please play the love song from Bread, please.
I sheltered you from harm to keep you warm, to keep you warm. I gave a life to you, set you free. God set you free. The finest years I ever knew were all the years I've had with you, and I would give anything I own, give up my life, my heart, my home. I would give everything I own just to have you back again. I taught you how to love, what it's up, what it's up. You never said too much, but still you showed your way, and I grew from watching you. Nobody else could ever know the part of you I can't let go, and I would give anything I own, give up my life, my heart, my home. I would give everything I own just to have you back again. Is there someone you know, you're loving them so, but taking them all for granted? You may lose them one day, someone takes them away, and they don't hear the words you long to say. I would give everything I own, give up my life, my heart, my home. I would give everything I own just to have you back again, just to hug you once again. Darien, happy 7th anniversary in heaven. I love you so much. I think of you every day. You were one of the best things that ever happened to me. You were my first child, and I miss you so much. God bless you. I'll see you when it's my time. And I love you, baby, so much.
I'm crying, Lori. That could have been me. He reminds me of me. He looks like me a little bit. What's it like for you to see that? I'm crying right now.
The only thing I kept thinking was, my son is somewhere with other souls, and he's telling him, look what my mother did. Look at my mother, you know? It's like that's how my son was, you know? It's beautiful.
Yeah. So you had posted this, and it reminds me of this. I just gone ahead of you, Mom. I'll see you when you get here.
Yeah, it reminded me of him.
It's beautiful.
So what would you love to say to him right now? He's here with us right now, full of love like you. What would you love to say to him?
I just love him so much. I miss him. He challenged me a lot. He was a lot like me. And that was like the drive between us, you know. And he was my first child, so I had more alone time with him, you know, because every time you have a child, you have another child to share that time with. And I just miss him so much.
So Joe just wrote in, he loves you.
That's my cousin.
Love you, Joe.
Love you, Joe.
Please keep the comments coming to love Lori. Spread the love for Darien and Lori. So Lori, you love him so much.
Yeah, I love all my children, but you don't want to lose any child.
But that's the hardest thing, to lose a child, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not supposed to be that way.
I'm sorry, Linda?
It's not supposed to be that way.
Thank you, cuz, for sharing. Love you, Joe, so much. There's so much love coming to you right now, Lori. It's not supposed to be that way. So, I mean, when I heard you singing that song, I got chills and I started crying.
Oh.
Because it could have been me. And my mom could have been the one. But for some reason it happened to you. And to millions of people it's happened to. So life is short. We only have now to love our families, our children, our parents, everyone. So what was special about Darien for you?
He could be stubborn sometimes, but it was kind of cute, you know. And he challenged you on things. So like you couldn't sneak one or pull one over on him. He would like look at every angle to tell you, oh, it doesn't go that way. He was very talented and he had his own mind. He definitely like stood up for himself and created things. He was very creative. He could draw everything.
Yeah, he's a genius to me. He's brilliant. He's brilliant. He's a child prodigy.
Yeah.
So for me, he's healing the world right now. He's healing the world, spreading love all over the world. Darien is healing the world. That's who he is. And I love him so much, and I love you so much, Lori.
Thank you. Love you.
So there's a song that was sung by a bunch of child prodigies that I want to play, and I want to dedicate it to Darien because he's a child prodigy. He's a genius. So please play the Heal the World song.
is strong. It only turns for joyful giving. And if we try, we shall see. In this place we cannot feel fear or dread. We stop existing and start living. Then it feels in our woods. Love roots growing. So make a better world. Make a better world. Build the world. Make it a better place. For you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. And the dream we were conceived will reveal a joyful face. And the world we once believed in will stand again in grace. Then why do we keep strangling life when this earth crucified the soul? That was plain to see this world is heavenly. Save this world so precious, so blessed and so dear. Protect its beauty and splendor, don't let that disappear. Preserve our animals and plants and humankind as well, so that our future generations can have a story to tell. Protect us from evil and spread the word of good, of peace, love, justice, virtue and brotherhood. Cause we only have one earth and we can't waste our motherland. So let's move as one force. I think it's time to take a stand. We could fly so high and let our spirits never die. In my heart, I feel you are all my brothers. Create a world with no fear. Together we'll cry happy tears. Watch a nation turn their swords into plowshares. We could really get there if we cared enough for the living. Take a little space to make a better place. Build the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying if we get enough for living. Make a better place for you and for me. Build the world, make it a better place. Oh, you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying if we get enough for the living. Make a better place for you and for me.
Hey guys, that was Michael Jackson's Heal the World for you. If you like this song, subscribe to our channel.
So I thought of that song because to me, Darien's healing the world. And I looked at this picture and he's a child prodigy and he's healing the world. Like his legacy. So when you saw that video, like I thought Darien could be in it playing one of those many instruments that he taught himself, or...
Yes.
So what's it like for you to see that video?
Oh, it's beautiful because everybody counts and everyone was doing something on their own and everyone has a place in the world.
So can you see Darien being such a lover that he is like you, healing the world? Oh, Anna's writing in that she loves you. Oh, love you, Anna. Who's Anna?
My aunt. Hi,
And
Anna. Love you.
Oh, love you. So when I thought of Darien, I thought, you know, he's healing the world with love.
Thank you.
Joe says it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It
who
was a very
Darien
nice
is.
song.
He's just pure love. So Lori, I want to play the slideshow that we did in loving memory to
Okay.
show everybody who Darien is, pure love. Please play the slideshow.
That was beautiful.
Very beautiful.
So Lori, what's it like to see that?
I just think it's beautiful because it's a whole collage of everything, every different year, every different expression of him.
And there was an engagement party there, wasn't there?
In one of the pictures, it was my daughter's engagement, her engagement party. That was the last time I saw him.
That was the last time you saw him. Which daughter's engagement party?
My daughter, Danelle.
Yeah, Danelle. She's the one in the white dress, right?
Right.
Yeah. So that was the last time you saw him. I'm sure you remember that like it's yesterday.
Yes, it was 2 weeks before he passed, so yes. I remember I was sitting in the back, and we had the two families coming together that hadn't seen each other for a while. So I went to sit on this little chair by myself, and he came over to me and he goes, "Mom, why are you sitting all alone?" And I said, "I just want to sit here for a while." And he was like worried about why I was sitting there alone.
He loved you so much,
Yeah,
and still does.
always.
I love you so much, Lori, and you love Darien so much.
Thank you.
So after seeing that slideshow, what would you love to say to him?
To Darien, just he was beautiful. You know, my son never knew that he had looks. He didn't look at his life that way. He was more preoccupied with his hobbies and what he wanted to do. Until maybe 2 years before he passed, did he recognize he could work out his body and look good. But before that, he never saw it as he's a good-looking guy, or he could do what other guys think they could do when they have looks. He didn't recognize it, and I like that. That's what made him beautiful.
So he was very humble, very modest. He didn't know how good-looking he is. I mean,
No,
he's so
not at all.
handsome.
The last 2 years, a little bit more. He got his hair cut a certain way. He started wearing different clothes. He got his toys.
So the last 2 years, he came into his own,
Definitely. He had his own apartment.
and you're really proud of him.
Totally, yes.
And he also worked at the Freedom Tower, right?
Well, he worked for an ironworkers union, for the ironworkers union, and he ended up, he was like a runner boy. He was getting everybody coffee, and he kept telling me, "I don't want this job, I'm gonna quit." And I said, "You have to keep that job." And then like within a year, he became shop steward, and he was making a lot of money. So he thanked me one day, and he said, "I'm so glad you forced me to keep that job, you know, because, you know, I knew it was good for him. He had a good in, you know."
So I love you so much, Lori. I love you so much.
Love you
And Linda,
too.
I love you so much.
I love
You're
you.
just such a special friend to Lori. Love you
Thank
so
you.
much. So Lori, before I end the show, what would you love to say to Darien to love him?
To what?
What would you love to say to Darien to love him before I
love
end
him?
the show?
I love you. I miss you. I know I'll see you again. He's always going to have lifetimes with me. We'll just be different people. And so I'll just know that feeling by the soul. And so I'm not afraid of death. I'm so heartbroken that I lost him, but I know he's in a good place. I just feel it. And so I'll always love him.
So again, Lori, I love you so much, and I love Darien so much, and
Thank
I love
you.
you, Linda, so much, and I just want to thank you for sharing, Lori. It takes a lot of courage to share that, and Darien had a lot of courage. It's very special. So I love you so much, Lori.
Thank you. Love you too.
So I love you all. Thank you for watching the Florida Love Show today, and I love you all who commented and loved Lori and loved Darien and loved Linda and loved me. Spread the love on the show today. I love you all. It was amazing, your whole family commenting in and friends and just loving you. So I love you all. Go out and love your families, your friends, everyone, and let's spread love all over the world to create world love. And as I end every show, who can you give a rose to? I love you. You've been listening to the Florida Love Show, where we've been spreading love in the Florida community. For more information, please contact me, Kenny Love, at 917-699-1995, or ken@florida-love.com, or on our website, florida-love.com. See you next week, 3 p.m. Friday for the Friday Love Hour. Keep spreading love in your life and have a loving week. Love you all.